hope you all must be fit and fine. My name is Swastika, and today let us see the next part of chapter 2, class 6, science, components of food. So in previous part we have discussed that how to test that if any food item have starch or not, and if any food item have the different nutritions or not. And we also have filled the table 2.1 and we have 1.2, and we have figured out that if the food item contains the starch, protein or fat or not. Now today let us see test of fats. Take a small quantity of food item, wrap it in a piece of paper and crush it. Now take care that the paper does not tear. Now straighten the paper and observe it carefully. Does it have an oily patch? Hold the paper against the light. Are you able to see the light faintly through this patch? So to test for fats, we have seen how to test for starch as well as protein. But today we will see how to test for fats. So to test that if the food item contains fat or not, we have to take a small quantity of food and a piece of paper, and then we have to wrap the food item into the piece of paper and then crush it. And if the paper after refolding it, if you will see an oily patch or a translucent covering, then it means that the paper or that the food item or the edible item it consists of fat. If you will see it into light, then you can see that the light is entering in the paper faintly. An oily patch on the paper shows that the food item contains fat. The food items may sometimes contain a little water. Therefore, you have rubbed an item on paper. Let the paper dry for a while. If there would be any fat or any water there, it may be dry. So it would dry up after some time, and no oily patch will be left there. They see that some food item consists of some food item consists water also and fat. To check if that food item consists only of water or only of fat or both of them, we have to we have to wrap it and then crush it, and we have to keep it in the sun, or we have to dry it, so that after some time when the water dries, you can get to see that if the food item contains fat or water. What do these tests show? Are fats, proteins and starch present in all food items that you tested? Does a food item contain more than one nutrition? Do you find any food item that does not contain any of these nutrients? So what do we have found from these tests? Are fats, proteins and starch present in all food items? We have filled table 2.1, right? 1.2, right? We have seen something in it that we can see easily that some food items contain of fat, some contain of starch, some contain protein. But do all kinds of food contain all types of nutritions? Do any food item contain nothing of them? Let us see. We tested food items for 3 nutritions: carbohydrate, protein and fat. There are also other nutritions like vitamins and minerals. What are present in different food items? They are present in different food items. And why do we all need these nutritions? We tested for carbohydrate and fat and protein. But there are more other nutrients called the vitamins and the minerals. The vitamins and minerals are present in different food items. So let us see why do we need them. What do various nutrients do in our body? Carbohydrates mainly provide energy to our body. Fats also give us energy. In fact, fats give much more energy as compared to the same amount of carbohydrate. So here it says that carbohydrate mainly provides energy, but fat also provides energy. But fat provide much more energy in comparison to carbohydrate. Food containing fats and carbohydrate are also called energy giving food. So we have saw that carbohydrate and fat contains of energy, and the food containing carbohydrate and fat are called energy giving food. Figure 1.3 and 1.4. Proteins are needed for the growth and repair of our body. Foods protein small quantities. Vitamin A keeps our skin and eyes healthy. Vitamin C helps our body to fight against many diseases. Vitamin D helps our body to use calcium for the bones and teeth. Foods that are rich in different vitamins are also shown in figure 1.6 to figure 1.9. So here what it says that the different nutritions have different qualities, and they help us with doing various things, right? So here we can see some sources of carbohydrate. Here we can see some sources of carbohydrate like sweet potato, sugarcane, papaya, melon, mango, maize, bajra, rice, wheat. These are all sources of carbohydrates. Now moving to next, here are some sources of fats. We have discussed what are fats and how to test fats for fat. Here are some animal based: ghee, milk, butter, cream, eggs, fish and meat. All of these things contain fat, and here are some plant products as well: sunflower oil, mustard oil, soybean oil, coconut oil. All of these things contain fat, but they are consist from the plants. Now here we can see the food sources of vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C and vitamin D. So let us see vitamin A first. Vitamin A have so much sources. We can get vitamin A from different things like carrots, and here you can see some sources of vitamin A: carrots, mango, milk, fish oil and papaya are some sources of vitamin A. Now if vitamin B, we can see wheat, rice, liver, and there is one essential thing called minerals that are also needed by our body. For vitamin B, there is wheat, rice and liver. And in vitamin C, you can see as oranges, guavas, all of that spicy tomato, sour taste foods, green chili, lemon, amla, all of these things are good sources of vitamin C. Now talking about vitamin D, here are some sources like milk, butter, liver, egg, fish. All of these are sources of vitamin D. But not only these are sources. Now let us see what says next. Minerals are needed by our body. Each one is essential, and Each one is essential are often called bodybuilding foods. Where it is. So we were here that food containing fats proteins are needed for the growth and repair of our body. Food proteins are also often called bodybuilding foods. Vitamins help in protecting our body against diseases. Vitamins also help in keeping our eyes, bones, teeth and gums healthy. The vitamins help in protecting our body against harmful diseases and the harmful things that can enter our body. Vitamins also help in keeping our eyes, bones, teeth, gums healthy. The vitamins which are there help in keeping our eyes, bones, teeth and gums healthy and fine. Vitamins are of different kinds known by different names. Some of these are vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E and vitamin K. There is a group of vitamins called vitamin B complex. Our body needs all types of vitamins in small quantities. Vitamin A keeps our skin and eyes healthy. Vitamin C helps our body fight against many diseases. Vitamin D helps our body to use calcium for bones and teeth. Foods that are rich in different things or different vitamins are shown in figure 1.6 to figure 1.9. Minerals are needed by our body in small amounts. Each one is essential for proper growth of body and to maintain good health. The minerals are also needed by our body. But let's first see what does it says. Our body also prepares vitamin D in presence of sunlight. What I already told you that not only these are the sources of vitamin D, there are more sources of vitamin D here, such as sunlight. Nowadays insufficient exposure to sunlight leads men to deficiency of vitamin D, leading many people in harmful diseases. So insufficient exposure to sunlight may even cause the deficiency of vitamin D. Now for some sources of different minerals are shown in figure 1.10. Here is figure 1.10 and there are some sources of some minerals. Likewise, some sources of iodine, phosphorus, iron and calcium. All of these come in the category of minerals. So some sources of iodine are ginger and salt, fish and all of these things. Some sources of phosphorus are milk, bananas and spices like chili, right? Some sources of iron are spinach, apple, liver and all of these things which are good and healthy for our body. Some sources of calcium are milk, egg and all of these things. Proper growth of body and to maintain good health, some sources of different minerals are here. Most food items usually have more than one nutrition. We have discussed in table 1.2 that most of the food items have one or more nutrition in them. You may have noticed this while recording your observations in table 1.2. However, in a given raw material, one particular nutrient may be present in much larger quantity than the others. Suppose that one food item have any nutrition which is present in a larger quantity than the other. For example, rice has much more carbohydrate than other nutritions. You know, the rice that we eat have much more carbohydrates than the other nutritions that it have. So that it must have larger quantity than the others. So we say that the rice is rich source of carbohydrate. Besides these nutritions, our body needs dietary fibers. What are dietary fibers? Dietary fibers are also known as you know what are dietary fibers? It seems new for us. Isn't it? So what are dietary fibers? These are also known as roughage. Roughage is mainly provided by plant products in our foods. The products which are extracted from a plant or with a natural resource, and these products which we eat in our food are called that are also dietary fibers main source. Whole grains, pulses, potatoes, fresh fruits and vegetables are main source of roughage. So the fruits, the fresh fruits, pulses and grains, whole grains, pulse and potatoes also are the main source of roughage. Roughage does not provide any nutrition to our body, but it's essential components of our food. You know, it doesn't provide any nutrition to our body, but it's essential for our body and to digest it to get some nutrition. Adds to its bulk. This helps our body get rid of undigested food. What does it help? That it helps in digesting or removing the undigested food from our body. Now this helps in adds to its bulk. I mean that it does not only one advantage that it is called dietary fibers. It also gives much more nutrition than the other. Hope you liked the video. Now don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Bye.